Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the Barbershop. G. Bush offers a fresh cut on sports. The Barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the Barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at GBush91 on Twitter.
What's up, man? Once again, we back. Barbershop, stop playing around, bro. No one has fresher gears than I. No. See what it is? Stop playing. Duke Johnson, man. You getting bad advice. You getting terrible advice, homie. Because you're not thinking about this thing strategically. You see, you about one or two moves from being out the league. And I'm not just saying this just to say it like I'm just hating on you, bro, because I think you're a decent ball player. I think you're a decent back. But you're greatly overestimating your worth at this point. Because right now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to leverage your situation and you overselling your standpoint at this point. And your agent is doing you a disservice because you're not looking at it from a standpoint of supply, demand, and coming to the dance with who brought you. Like, Dorsey gave you the contract extension. Nobody else in the NFL gave you that extension. And right now, one of the things that you're trying to do is even if you work a trade and somebody trade for you, right? At worst, they're going to be giving up a 6th-round pick, maybe a 5th-round pick. You're going to be getting traded during the middle of the offseason. So you're getting traded in the middle of the offseason in which you have not been there during mini camps. You haven't been there during the offseason workout program. And you are going to have your only shot to prove that you're a feature back is during camp, the first few days of training camp. And if you don't prove yourself during that time period and you don't get the reps that you deserve, you're done. Not to mention, all you got to do is go back to Hard Knock. When Hugh Jackson was telling people, Duke Johnson always has a hamstring. Duke Johnson always is injured. Duke Johnson is always on light reps. So if you go into camp and you going into camp and you pull a hammy or you tweak a hip flexor or somewhere along the lines, you are out for 1 or 2 days, you're finished. They don't have that much invested in you. A 6th-round pick is throwaway picks. They ain't got that much invested in you. That means you're going to end up on the street a la Corey Coleman. Now you bouncing around from place to place, team to team, trying to catch on, trying to find a little place where somebody, they looking at the waiver wire like, hey, can we get, fit in here? Can we go somewhere here? Can we get somewhere if a back somewhere gets hurt during the year? When all you got to do is stay in Cleveland, be quiet, and get these touches for the first 8 games. Ball out. You going to have a package, and you going to be wide open. Who are they going to double? You automatically going to be the third down back. You're automatically going to have Jarvis Landry working in the slot. Mismatch. Odell Beckham. Mismatch. And Antonio Callaway going deep. And David Njoku working the seam. You're wide open working on a linebacker, and you're going to get hella touches. So my thing is this. You got 8 games to prove your worth and to build your stock. And even if you want to get traded, guess what you can do? Build your value and then get traded to a team that's willing to increase the amount of trade bait that they're willing to put out. Instead of a 6th-round pick, a team that's desperate or a contender may be willing to pay a 4th-round pick, which means you have way more job security because guess what? They have a higher pick invested in you. You not thinking right, man. You not understanding what's going on, my bro. Running backs is already a devalued type situation. It's already a devalued position at the end of the day. And from the Browns standpoint, I hear a lot of people in the media, you got to get Duke Johnson out of here. He's going to be a cancer. You heard what Baker said. Baker said, get on the train. Baker said this, you got to get him out of here before. Let me explain something to y'all, man. Y'all just say, listen, you guys say stuff and you hear other people say it and you just repeat it. You just repeat it. I played the game and I played with cats in the locker room, and it don't work like that. Nobody on the defensive side of the football ever thinks the offensive dude is a distraction. You know why? We never see him. When we doing pass rush, we never see running backs. When we're doing inside drill, doing drills to stop the run, we don't see running backs. When we going over the game, opposing teams, passing schemes, formations, when we're putting our game plan in on the defense end of the game plan, we don't see Duke Johnson. We don't even see Duke Johnson in pregame. All we see Duke Johnson is in passing, going to get our food at the lunch tables and during the game. And we clap for him and he scores. Other than that, we not seeing Duke Johnson. All we care about is that Duke Johnson show up in the games and play. And guess what? Duke Johnson will show up in the games and play because he wants to be a feature back. He wants to get paid, and he wants to showcase to another team that he's valuable and that, guess what? He was working on his next payday. He's working on his next contract, and he wants to be a feature back. He fancies himself a feature back. That's all. As far as Baker Mayfield and his comments, he's a quarterback. He's trying to establish himself in the second year saying, "Lo, I'm the captain. I'm the captain. I am the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now." That's what he's trying to establish. Great. That's how Baker want to move. Good. But that's on the field. The captain is John Dorsey. And John Dorsey will let you know when your stint with the Cleveland Browns is over. And until John Dorsey says your stint with the Cleveland Browns is finished, you're going to be on this squad and be cool, homie. And I don't care what Baker Mayfield say. Case in point, you ever have two kids and you might got an older son and a younger son. And the older son, you tell him, "Hey, older son, I need you to look out for your brother. Give him a good example. Make sure he don't get into trouble." You tell your younger son, "Listen to your big bro, man. Don't be out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. Listen to your brother. He in charge." You go away, you come back. All of a sudden, you hear some ruckus. They arguing. You come back and ask, "What happened?" Little bro say, "He told me to do this, and that." Big bro say, "I told him to do this, and he wasn't paying no attention, and he did this, so I did that." You look at the situation, you analyze it, you come up to the conclusion that A, the little brother did some stupid stuff. B, the bigger brother tried to stop the little brother from doing some stupid stuff. But C, you realize that the big brother actually went above and beyond and went a little overboard when he was actually telling the little brother. Maybe he might have told him, "No, don't do that," but he threw something extra on top. Maybe he said, "Hey, man, you shouldn't do that," but then kicked him. "You shouldn't do that, little bro," and backhanded him. "Hey, man, little bro, you need to sit down," but put him in a headlock. See, that's how little kids do. So as an adult, as the main dude in charge, you say, "Hey, man, both of y'all go sit down. Y'all playing around too much. I'm in charge. Look at me. I am the captain. I am the captain now." And you tell them to both go sit down. Because at the end of the day, I'm the dude that's making the decisions. I'm the head honcho. The big bro might have some cachet, but at the end of the day, he ain't got more cachet than me. Baker Mayfield got a big say in the Cleveland Browns organization, but by no means, way, shape, or form is he dictating my trade policy. He can say what he wants, but Duke Johnson is under contract. Kareem Hunt don't come back to week 8. If Nick Chubb get hurt, I'm not about to be looking at no waiver wire looking for a running back when I got a perfectly good one, according to Pro Football Focus, who's one of the best third down backs, best pass catching backs out of the backfield, and one of the most elusive running backs. And I'm trading him because why? Baker Mayfield said get on the train? I can ignore that. Why? Because Duke Johnson said I want to be traded? No. You're going to be good. And you know what? You're going to come to camp, and you may say that now, but when Freddie Kitchens put that package in, when he put that playbook in, and you wide open during camp, and you wide open running down the field because they trying to double Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, and they can't cover Njoku down the seam, trust me, it's a whole different ball game. It's a difference between metaphors and real rap. Duke Johnson will be on board. Trust me. Because at the end of the day, he still want to get paid. I don't got to do nothing until I'm ready to get it done. And at the end of the day, people in the locker room, if you're winning, going to be cool with whatever I'm saying they're going to be cool with. We ain't trading nobody. We always operating from a position of strength. Never weakness, never from emotional stuff. And people in the media talk about, well, you have to do it. Says who? Why? Because you wrote it? Well, it's going to be a distraction. Let me ask you a question. If you worked on an assembly line in a factory and John over there doesn't come to work, John over there has a bad attitude, you gonna have a bad attitude too? You gonna just, you know what, John got an attitude, I'm gonna have an attitude. I'm gonna jeopardize my job. I'm gonna put my family's livelihood on the line because I'm gonna follow John. I'm gonna be just like John. I'm gonna be on the street just like John. I'm a grown man. I got a family to feed. You see how stupid that sounds? Nope, not going to go to work today because John is over there on a bender. You know what? John came to work hungover. So you know what? I'm 33 and I'm impressionable. How's about I'm going to just start staying out drinking all night long, even though I got a wife and 2 kids and a mortgage and I need to feed them and I need to send them to school and put clothes in their back and food on the table. I'm impressionable. Heck, I might want to just spite my name and destroy my good reputation too and just get put on the street. See how dumb that sounds? But people will sit up here and write these stories and fans will co-sign these dumb, rudimentary, outdated, ridiculous blanket statements that people put out there without thinking about it. As always in the barbershop, do your own research. Do your own thought process. Ask yourself a question. Is that really a thing? Do people really just follow? Do grown men really just follow people over a ledge? Is everybody going to just hold out because Duke Johnson did? No. Duke Johnson, that's one person, one isolated incident. And whoever wants to follow him over the edge, they didn't belong on your team anyway. That was a bad job of you and your talent evaluators and your character evaluation. If you got one person that just wants, they wasn't supposed to be here in the NFL, it stands for not for long. People will figure out whether you ain't supposed to be there or not. You'll flame out one way or the other. And if Duke Johnson wants to flame out the nice, easy way by overplaying his hand, so what? The league is full of them. Ask yourself, where's Corey Coleman at? Where's Dwayne Bowe at? Where's these guys at? Those clowns are, I ain't calling Terrell Pryor a clown, but guess what? That $32 million deal that he turned down a couple years ago, boy, that sure looks good right now, doesn't it? I'm just saying. I'm just speaking how I'm speaking. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. But at the end of the day, Duke Johnson, bet your bottom line, will be in camp. He will be getting reps, and he'll be fine with it. And I ain't got to do nothing but be black and stay black and pay my taxes. Besides that, everything else is up for debate. And as always, what ain't up for debate is clicking that subscribe button. Stop playing around. It's the Barbershop. Peace. You've been locked in with G. Bush in the Barbershop. Feel free to take a look at some of our other videos linked here, and also subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our updated content coming out regularly. Thanks again for listening.